And that, for anybody who's watching and doesn't know, you and your wife foster children in your home, and you recently just adopted one of them. Is that
right?
Yeah, and so you've been, following you on social media and stuff. I've seen you posting a lot of pictures of hunting with her and spending time with her. This morning, even you posted a picture about how homeschooling is awesome because she was reloading. You had her reloading for homeschool, which I think is fantastic.
That's the best idea you've ever had.
Slave labor for homeschooling is brilliant. But you had posted, I think it was back in the fall or it might have been December, where she was hunting with you, and she took a deer with your 300 Blackout pistol suppressed.
Uh-huh.
And so a question that popped up as soon as I saw that was, or a couple things just sort of crossing over with each other. You have hunting with a pistol, you have hunting with a rifle caliber in a pistol platform, and then you have hunting suppressed. And so you being located in Texas, which has a lot of freedoms that some states don't, I was just curious if you could kind of touch on and explain if there are any intricacies to hunting with a pistol, because if it's a rifle round, if that's even considered hunting with a pistol, or if in Texas they're like it goes boom, so or it goes psh, so it's a legal means of of taking an animal in Texas. So I was just curious if you could expound on that a little bit, not just hunting with your daughter, but hunting with that specific platform too.
Cool. Yeah. Well, I write for Texas Fish and Game magazine, and so they had me. They just kind of give me free reign. Sometime I got columns in all their monthly stuff, and that's the print editions as well as the online blog and whatnot. And so I wanted to make just a optimum East Texas rifle. You can't say Texas because you travel 14 hours west and then it's a whole new world out there.
Right.
But here where I am in deep East Texas, it's all forest. And I used to hunt with my 308 and stuff, and I'm like, unless you find a big, huge open field or shoot down a power line path, you're not going to get past 50, 60 yards. And who needs a 308 for that?
Right.
And so 300 Blackout, was getting more and more attention. I wanted to do one, and right about that time, we only, regained a little freedom with the suppressor on hunting for game animals about 2 years ago. Before that, you could only use it for non-game, so that's like coyotes and hogs and whatnot.
Right.
So after they said, hey, free reign, do whatever you want, I'm like, okay, now we're talking. And I love suppressors in the first place, and I almost always shoot with them. And I kind of live close by a lake community here, and they hate me because we're always shooting. So that's one reason I try to suppress. But it's just practical when you're out in the woods, and you don't have to wear ear protection or whatever. I know a lot of guys just hunt without it anyway, but if you're in a box blind and you fire off a round, you may be so focused it doesn't bother you that much, but it can hurt.
Yeah, it's terrible.
And so that's part of it, but then you're not spooking all the game everywhere. Coyote or hog comes out, I don't hesitate. I pop the booger, and then you're not going to scare off your deer that you came out there for. And when Katie shot that deer, there was others around it, and they stood there. And we waited for it to officially expire for about 5 minutes, and she went to go get it, and I wanted a good picture where we had daylight, and we start walking, and then they finally walk away. So suppressors aren't all like Hollywood says, but it sure does help. But